Lose weight while enjoying crackers and dip? Yes, I have the recipe for you. This is an item that is in my anti-aging detox solution, and it is a mock tuna recipe. It's made with sunflower seeds. So the reason that I chose this is because sunflower seeds are loaded with vitamin E. That is a wonderful antioxidant. Helps protect you against free radical damage and cellular inflammation. So that was the purpose in this. And yeah, so if it's a vegan lifestyle, a low carb lifestyle, maybe you just want to serve something exciting and different for your guest. But yes, you can eat pate and crackers and still lose weight and support your body in detox. So what I've done in preparation for this is I've taken 2 cups of sunflower seeds. I've soaked them, and I actually soaked them 3 times. So you'll see that they expanded. This looks like a lot more than 2 cups. And the reason that I do soak them is to help release the lectins from them. Lectins are considered an anti-nutrient. They will inhibit the absorption of some other nutrients. So when we soak our nuts and seeds, that really helps reduce that. So that's why I did that, and I wanted to prepare for that. So those are all set and ready to go. So I will tell you that this recipe tastes better on day 2. And the reason for that is because one of the key elements here that I've put in here is dulse. And I'll tell you a little story behind the dulse. So I used to eat dulse every single day. And when I started doing a different diet, I left the dulse out. And you know what happened? I became iodine deficient, and I had not suffered with any of those challenges prior to that. So dulse is back in my diet as a regular every day. And the dulse is going to give it that tuna flavor as it settles in. So here, I'll roll in all the ingredients for you. So I have a little onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, olive oil, nice squeeze of lemon, 1 full lemon. All right, we'll put all the ingredients in. It's that easy, guys. That quick and easy. Of course, I've washed my hands, and I like being tactical with my food. I like putting my hands in it, eating with my hands when it's possible. I think you get a much more mindful experience when you do that. And right now, with some of my detox and the testing that I've come back with, for me right now, sunflower seeds are a superfood for me specifically with my gut microbiome. So I'm very excited to make this again. So we're just going to give this a nice whirl till it's nice. All right, so here we are. Now, during this process, I like to have my pate like really, really creamy. So I ended up adding about 2 tablespoons of water as it was blending. And I just took my spatula, you know, just clearing down the sides and making sure that we get everything like nice and incorporated in here. So I always use glass containers for all of my storage, no plastic, because remember, we're trying to reduce our toxic load as much as possible. So I'm just going to jar this up and let it sit in the fridge, and then we're going to get started with the cracker. All right, on to our detox flax crackers. I selected flax here because it's full of fiber, omega-3s, and one of the prep things that I did here was I went ahead and I took whole flax and I put it through the food processor. It's most ideal to grind and then use it right away because you get more of the nutrients. So what I did is, you know, I'm just like you. I'm super busy. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I wanted to prep this. I put it in one of my glass jars, stuck it in the fridge, and now here we are. So we have 2 cups of flax. And then my spices. Here today I'm using this with Italian spice, some garlic powder, and some salt. We're just going to give that a nice little mix. I have my nice clean filtered water. Oh, and I forgot to get my spatula. Be right back. I need to grab my spatula. All right. So now we're just going to give this a nice mix to get our little seasoning all through there. You could make this like you could do like an onion powder and have like an oniony flavor cracker. You could leave some of your flax whole instead of ground if you want more of a, a chunkier consistency. As far as that goes, you could add in others. You could add hemp seeds here. And for today, we're going to cook these, or bake these rather, at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. But let's say if you wanted the benefits of doing fully raw, then you could just pop these in your dehydrator, basically the same process, and you would just dehydrate these. But again, like I said, just in the essence of being busy. This is just, and this is a great thing to take to a party. This is a great, if you get snacky at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, here's your go-to. What I love, and one of the things I encourage in my detox program, is to have this for your afternoon snack along with a bottle of kombucha. Oh, and it's just so good. You don't feel heavy, you're energized from it, but yet later in the afternoon when cortisol is starting to change and your body is signaling that it's time to start slowing down, oftentimes we can get hungry with that. So this is perfect. So you see this is just formed like a nice soft ball here. And we're just going to, and again, this is all with preference. Also, you can make these super thin or you can make them thick. It really just depends on, do you want like a softer cracker? Do you want like a really crisp cracker? And I, of course, have washed my hands, so I'm just going to pat these out because it is much faster. I personally, you can make this thick enough that you could make this into like a flax tortilla. You would just vary your cooking time on that. Me, I like thin and crisp because the cracker goes further, in the essence of if you're trying to lose weight or maintain weight, you want those calories to stretch. So I personally like a thin cracker. But just make sure, if you're going to go thin, make sure to get the consistency the same all the way through, because what's going to happen if you don't, your edges, like really pay attention to your edges, because you'll end up with like way overly done edges and it'll still be soft in the middle. If you have children, this would be a fun thing to teach in the kitchen. Kids love to like pat these out, get their hands in it. So this would be a great bonding and experience, or grandchildren. In my case, grandchildren. They love helping out. All right. So yeah, I'm taking my time here. I want these to be really good. Now, what you could do here is take a straight knife. You could dip it in hot water so that everything doesn't stick, and you could go ahead and score your crackers out if you want like uniform crackers. For me, I don't. I like to just cook it like this, or bake it like this, and then break off pieces. And that's faster, easier. But if you're, if you're doing this for the holidays and you want like a nice pretty presentation, you might want to go ahead and make it in the form of the crackers. All right, so we are all done, and in the oven we go. So we're gonna look at about 20 minutes here. All right, so we're back, you guys. So what I did is I just left this out overnight. I left it on the stove. I just put some saran wrap. Oh my gosh, you guys. listen to that. It's just, I don't know if you could hear that. Oh, did you hear the crackers? They're nice and thin and crackery. So I set this up like I had mentioned to you. In my detox programs, I have this listed out as being like your afternoon snack. When you know, at 3 o'clock, you're just not going to make it from lunch to dinner. And this is what I have structured in there. This plus kombucha is such a nice afternoon snack. But you can see how beautiful this would be for like a Thanksgiving healthy appetizer. So, so good. But I wanted to show you the other things. So that batch that we made is, if you can see that, this is from here. So I made this plus this, so you can share. But here's the other options. You can take these and make wraps from them. So you could do like a nice coconut wrap. You could do a seaweed wrap. Or my preference, what I'm going to do today is go purchase some collards and lightly steam them and make big, healthy lunch wraps with these. So that's what I'm going to be doing with that for today and some little snacks. So I hope you enjoy. It's such a nice little appetizer snack, or versatile to be and transition into a meal also. So I hope you enjoyed. Drop below. Give me any questions that you have. Much love. Mwah.